Oop, and the museum goes on. What do we got here? Building the farm. So farm equipment. Claiming the land, building the roads. I guess that was how they flattened the land. I don't know, steamroller or building a road. There's some ancient tools. Okay, so they're numbered, and it says number 1, hinges, hasp. Number 2, which I don't see a 2. 1, there's 3 and 4. Where's 2? There's 5. I don't see 2. Anyhow, number 2, post hole digger. That might be it right there. That thing. Post hole digger. Picks, fence post temper, barbed wire stretcher left to right, grubbing hoe, axe, mattock, handmade axe, mast maker's axe, sod cutter, felling axe, all there, 3 and 4. Number 5, stump puller, need one of those. Number 6 is a lightning rod. I don't see 6. Maybe some of their numbers fell off of things. Oh, that's 6 right here. 6 right there. That's a lightning rod. 7. I don't see 7 either. 7 is an Ottawa log saw. One of these things. I don't know. Maybe it's this thing back here with the engine on it. I don't know. And then there's a saw back there too. So yeah, I think maybe 7, because they said from left to right. So 7 is probably that machine. Survey tools was 8. Probably on the wall. 1 horse dirt scoop. 10 marking gauge, chisels, wood clamp. 11 wood vise square level. 12 wedge grubbing hoe, briar axe. There we go. There's 13 is a felling axe. 14, I think that's a mattock right there. 14 is a beetle maul. 15, thatch hook, hammers. 16 is a mortise cutter, single rounder. 17, big table thing, cut off wood saw. 18's on the wall, big huge axe with a big head on it. It says auger hand ADZE at broad axe. 19-foot ADZE, bark spud. These names. 20 is a broad axe up there. 21 is a froe, FROE mallet. 22 is a grindstone. 22. I don't know where that is. 22. Here's 24. 23. Oh, right here. 22 is the grindstone. 23, one-man crosscut saw. 24, dirt road grader. Okay, that's what it is. It says road roller bottom. So the dirt road grader is the thing on top. They're grading the road, and the thing on the bottom is the dirt roller. Just says road roller. 25 is on the wall up there. Those are wood vices. 26 is a 2-man crosscut saws, which is on the wall, this big, long, reddish colored thing. And then 27 is a bark pillar. I don't see the number 27, but it's somewhere up there. I think some of the numbers have fallen down. Oh, it's so humid in these buildings, though, because the air doesn't move. Preparing the soil. So that would be a old-fashioned 2 is called a flip or hillside plow. Plow is the word I was looking for. My brain wasn't coming up with it. And wow, this is basically a whole lot of plows. There's one. Plow with coulter, which I guess it shows it being, the man pushes it and the horse pulls it. Yeah, I would think that's maybe an animal on both sides. Then 2, another plow. I would think that would be a seed thing there. Fertilizer sower, pre-Civil War. Pre-Civil War, how about that? Coal fertilizer sower with metal hopper. That's that one. Ferguson fertilizer sower, I guess, is the one on the end. They got tags on them. See that little dangly thing? But yeah, I would think they'd have these bolted down to the ground so people can't steal them. Look at this big old thing. 14. What is 14? Clod crusher, yeah. And then 15's a wagon. Crafts on the farm. So there's an anvil. I don't know what 2 is. Horseshoes stand. A thing to make horseshoes. 5 is, that would be working with metal, I would think. Forge and blower, yep. Some tongs. 3 back there. Bellows, small hand forge. 4. I see 5. I don't see a number 4 on anything. They got forge, blacksmith tools. Yeah, the tongs. Tinner's bench. Tinner's tool for roll roofing back. Yeah. No, that's not it. There it is. 9. I don't know. There's 9, 10. 11. There's 10 there. 11. 12. This looks like maybe 14. Looks like cobbler stuff. Shoemaker's tools. Yep. You can tell by looking at them what they are. Shoe, last on stand right. And then 15 is a leather cutter. Lots and lots of wagon wheels. What's this big? 25. Wheel making frame. Yeah. Shaving horse, carpenter's tool. There's a YouTuber guy that made one of these. Yeah, it holds the Yeah, it looked exactly like this. I seen him make it. My Self-Reliance with Sean. I think that was his name. His is a lot more rustic looking, but yeah, the foot pedal thing. I think it pinches the wood. You jam it up in under here, right here, and it holds it in place so you can use your tools to carve on it. Wow, look at this one, number one. Farmer's favorite grain, fertilizer drill. Planting. The seed drill was originally invented by an Englishman, Jethro Tull, around 1701 as an improvement over broadcast sowing. Pulled by one or two horses, the seed drill cut multiple furrows in the soil, dropped seeds into each one, and covered them in a single operation. God is good. Give us the minds to be able to create these things. All wisdom comes from God. We can't take the glory ourselves. Additional restrooms, plastic cow. So, cultivating. Now we're getting into tractors, but I went to something called Steam Days in Farmdale, Illinois, and they had steam-powered tractors there. And I was probably just maybe even under 10. International Harbor F30 McCormick Farmall tractor, 2-horse John Deere riding cultivator, 2-shank cultivator, 3-shank cultivator, wood spike tool cultivator. And now I don't even know if a person has to ride in the tractors they have now, the big things. They might be, they probably have software and computers. I don't know that, but I can well imagine it. Farm animals. 4-hose hitch. There it is. Brits and bridles for horses. A yoke for horses. There's a big yoke over there for probably a mule. That's the going to church on Sunday carriage there. That's pretty fancy. It's got padded seats, different kind of cages and whatnot. These might be for chickens. Anyhow, these exhibits far exceed the ones and this is free, far exceeds the ones that we went to Williamsburg to see. Peanut farming. The 1-row Ferguson peanut digger was an important improvement over a peanut point plow. Still horse-drawn, it removed dirt from the plants by drawing the vines over iron rollers as they were pulled from the ground. 6-foot-long peanut sticks or poles made of hickory or pine were placed in the ground about 12 inches deep. The peanut vines were then piled to dry on the sticks, creating peanut shocks, which is just plants bundled together and up in the sun to dry. After 3 or 4 weeks of drying in the sun, this is peanut shock. The peanut shocks and sticks were pulled from the ground using a peanut shock swing cart and carried to the picking area. The picking area. You still had to pea picking. I've heard of that phrase, pea picking hard. This one's got spikes inside, so maybe you turn this with the stuff and it helped separate the peanuts from the... Yeah, until early 20th century, picking peanuts off the vines was done by hand, pea picking. This tedious and time-consuming method greatly slowed the harvesting and processing of the crop. In 1906, the Bent Hall Machine Company opened a plant in Suffolk, Virginia, to manufacture mechanical pickers. The Bent Hall peanut picker, shown here, a 1937 model, had the same features as the first Benthall machines: a fan, drag chain, and diamond-shaped wire which removed the pods from their vines and stems. It was run by a 10-horsepower gasoline engine. That must be the pea picker back there. Yeah, what's this thing called? Let's see, Benthall peanut planter, Ayers peanut planter, 1-horse peanut weeder, 2-horse peanut point plow, 1-row Ferguson peanut digger, the 1937 Benthall peanut picker with Fairbank Morris 2-horsepower gasoline engine. Number 7, the peanut popper perch fork, twine needle. Boy, these got some names. See, dig it and I don't know what all. Interesting. This Department of Conservation and Recreation. I don't know where the bathrooms is. Maybe over there. It'd be nice to have a tour guide with a laser pointer to point out different things as he read the descriptions and talked about them. Boy, that would be interesting. I think old technology is cool. Now we're really getting into stuff here. Grain harvester. Look at these things. Nothing compared to the harvesters they have now. Big, huge, monstrous things. So we got a grain flail, fanning mill, John Deere grain binder. This used to be the plumbing in the old farmhouse. Isn't it interesting? Wouldn't you like to have a tour guide with a laser pointer telling you all the stuff?
Yeah, pretty good description if you got them numbered.
Well, sometimes it's hard to match the numbers with the item. Like here, it looks like a pedal. The AT Farrell bean picker. Huh? That says it's a bean picker? Okay. All these machines to make labor less labor intensive. The only problem is, as the technology grows now, You got to keep up with how to keep the technology working, how to fix it. It gets super complex. Like I said, probably the harvesters now might even be run by computers, like a car, you know. Cars have computers in them. Why wouldn't a harvester have a computer? Ten. Hay loader. Man, I was really, really young when I rode on a tractor with my grandpa when he went. Man, I can barely remember it. It's such a vague memory, but I think he was baling hay. And I remember when he had the property at, let me think, it was a farm. And my mom's got pictures of Roy. He climbed up on top the bales of hay, which were taller than a building. Big, just big mounds of hay. So I guess my grandpa was a hay farmer because he harvest the hay and then stack the bales, which how on earth did he stack them that high? I mean, we're talking about, you know, 2-story high, 3-story high stacks of hay bales. But then I guess that's how he made some income. He was a farmer. I know later on he rented his pastures out to people with herds of cattle. So I remember going to Lake Fork, and we were out there, and I guess he wanted to move the cattle from one pasture to another or something. I don't know. But he said, walk towards the cows and just walk toward them, and they'll, you know, you help herd them and get them to move in a direction. And I was only about 3 feet tall or something, and walking towards the cow that I had to look up into the eyes and, you know, see this big old head in front of me. I was afraid. It's like, oh, just walk toward them. They'll keep moving. I didn't grow up around cows, so I was afraid. They were just big, big things to me. All right. But anyhow, we did the tour. I need to get back on my bike and get moving because it is hot and humid. So humid. I think I'm looking at a porch swing over there. I see an arbor. Looks like a swing to me. Or a bench. It just might be an arbor over a bench to give some shade. You reading all the signs?
Yeah.
I read a lot of them, but I got tired of reading all the signs and trying to match the sign with the tool, because I think some of the little numbered cards are missing. Number 1, it looks like a hay fork. Yep, how about that? I ain't even a farmer, and I knew that was a hay fork. Hay fork, gin block, block and tackle, barn pulleys, left to right. Hay fork, what did they say? Gin block, left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Block and tackle. Then they got hay hooks, hay fork, tobacco knife, left to right. Okay, so that's 1, and that's what they're talking about. Hay hooks, hay fork, tobacco knife. The tobacco knife is that thing. 3, the hay tedder. That's what this thing is, the hay tedder. looks like it would pick it up, I would think. Wouldn't you think these forks pick up the hay? Maybe you drive around and after you've
Yeah.
done the baler, the hay baler.
Over here.
I think that's what that thing over there is. All the pulleys and things. I think that's the hay baler. Number 10.
I won't even ask about fluff up.
Yeah.
Cut hay.
Hay loader.
No, that's
This loads it.
That's loaded. It just fluffs it up to quicken drying process.
Oh, it's a fluffer?
Yeah. Side
Yeah.
delivery hay rakes, which turn the hay and left it convenient windrows ready for loading.
Did you ever go on the tractors and work and see your grandpa working his farm? Or did he not have a working farm?
No, not really. They just had the horses. They didn't have crops. Orchard.
He had an orchard?
Yeah.
What kind of apples?
Fruit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different fruits.
Apple, apricot, peach, plum.
So your grandma did a lot of fruit picking and did she make like jelly, peach jelly and plum jelly and plum wine?
No.
No plum wine? All right, let's go back. I think I'll walk in the shade. But I highly recommend people coming to Chippokes State Park and come in here. You can drive back here. You don't have to bike back here. I'm looking at all these exhibits. They are so cool to see the technology of human history. And it's advances decade by decade. There's a lizard. Lizard. Creepy crawlies. Wonderful, wonderful museum. So much history here and so many artifacts of history. So cool. So cool. So cool. Except it's hot. I thought I saw a lizard just now. Movement out of the corner of my eye. We went right past this yesterday. Except no, we were see where that fence is way over there? So you see this crepe myrtle tree here, and then the one in the distance, we was on that side. We were on that other side of that tree because there's a bike path that goes on the other side. So we're getting a different perspective today. We could look over here from the bike path, but oh, zipper's broke. Get me a cold drink. So it says, oh, authorized vehicles only. Okay.